Today we are going to graph systems of equations. So to begin, we're going to highlight the different equations in different colors so we can see them easily. So this is y equals negative x minus 1, and this is the equation of that, and I'm making that pink. And on the examples, I'm going to put negative x minus 1 in pink. The next equation is y equals x plus 1, which I'm going to make yellow for that line. And then y equals x plus 1 over here is yellow. And the next equation, y equals negative x plus 2. I'm going to make that one blue. Y equals negative x plus 2 is blue. And then the last equation is here, 3x plus 3y equals negative 3. And that actually is the same line as the pink one. So I'm going to make that one purple. And over here, I'm going to make those equations purple. Now, looking at these graphs, we're looking to see the number of solutions there are to the graphs. And if we look at the first one, A, we see that there are two equations, the blue one and the yellow one. If we look at the graph, the blue and yellow equations share only one solution because they intersect at that one value. It is the only value on the line that they both share. So there is one solution to this set of equations. Okay. If we look at the next one, the blue and the purple, here's our blue line and here's our purple line. If we notice that these two lines do not intersect, they actually run parallel to each other. And if they do not intersect, then they have no shared solutions. So we call this no solution. And then the last one, we have purple and pink. If we notice, the purple line is within the pink line, or is the same line. So these two equations have the same exact line. So if we think about that, they share all sets of points, which means it has infinite solutions. So those are our three options that we'll see when we're graphing systems of equations. There will always be one of these three options. Either one solution, they meet at one point, no solutions, the lines are parallel, or infinite solutions in which both graphs form the same line. To solve by graphing, we're going to graph the system of equations in the same coordinate plane and determine whether they intersect or not. So we're going to do some examples. So graph the system equations, determine whether there is no solution, one solution, or infinite many solutions. If the system has one solution, make sure to name it. So we're going to start with A. This is in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to identify my slope, which is m, is negative 1. There's an invisible 1 here. And when we write our slope, we write as a fraction, so it would be negative 1 over 1. And then my y-intercept, b, is 8. So to graph this equation, B, I begin on positive 8 on the y-axis, and I'm going to move. It's negative, so that top number is your rise, so a negative 1 would be down 1, and then the run is positive 1, so down 1 over 1. And I can continue that pattern across my entire page. And if I wanted to, I can move in reverse and go left 1, up 1. And I have my line, and I'm going to make that line blue. So this is the equation of this line, and here it is. The second line has a slope of 4, so we put that over 1, and then it begins, or y-intercept, at negative 7. So I'm going to go to negative 7 and put in my starting point, and from there I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. I'm going to continue that 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, till I see where these graphs intersect. And now I'm going to draw this line. It's really important that you continue your graph until you see the intersection point, because that intersection point is the solution. So my solution to this graph is 3, 5. That is the point and where they intersect. And I'm going to make that line yellow just so we can see it nice and clear. So the intersection point for those two lines is 3, 5. Once you have your intersection point, you should always check to make sure the solution works. To do so, we're going to take 3, 5, which is our x and y coordinate, and we're going to plug it into both equations. So for the first equation, y is 5 equals negative, x is 3 plus 8, 5 equals